City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life on its complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every break, I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we'd roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoney, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I ain't dancing around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah, city of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
What's happening, peoples? Aloha, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I know I stole that from TV somewhere, which I completely forget, which is kind of funny. But it doesn't matter. You guys are here, and today is the day. We're doing another dope stream about Amazon Live, how to get you paid, because I'm sick of you guys talking about, I can't afford that. Well, I'm going to show you how to make some money on the side and get it done. And they also doing something cool because you're helping folks out. And remember, it's not a side hustle, it's a side helpful. So if you're helping people get what they need, then you get what you need, and then you can buy all the stuff and stop saying, Doc, stop making me buy all these things. I don't want to buy these things. Hey, you decided to be a streamer, and once you did that, you got to buy things. Sorry, not my job. You either get in or get out of the way. So let's do this. Today, bringing up two of my homies. DealCasters is what they call themselves. It's kind of like the band. But you got Jim Fuse and Chris Stone, and I'm telling you, fam, these guys are dope. I've been on their show, and, you know, Jim is part of the Drop Squad, so you'll see him a couple of times in the weekend hanging out, listening to us, just wax rhapsodically about random crazy things that we do in the Drop Squad. So we're going to get that started. But couple of rules. If you're new around here, let us know you're new. Say, hey, new, so the family can welcome you, give you the aloha to the ohana. And if you're watching this on replay, let us know. Tell us you're in the replay squad. But remember, you can still ask questions then, because either I can answer them or I can reach out to Jim, Chris, and get you an answer. We don't want you walking around without your questions unanswered, because, I don't know, that's just painful. That's like scrabbing your webs across a razor blade and sliding into a pool of alcohol. I'm just saying. All right. I just killed Jim in the background. I think he's going to die from laughing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to bring up my homies, also known as DealCasters. Let me show you. This is their little showgram that they do on Amazon, and it's really cool because when I was on their show, they taught me something that I don't think I really understood about the way Amazon Live works, and that is you don't have to stand there and be QVC. In my head, I thought I'm going to be like Vanna White, like, oh, here's a bottle of imported Japanese sparkling water. What you'll notice is this is made out of the tears of dead samurai, and this is why the water has extra flavor. Like, I really thought that was a thing. And, yeah, we'll get into that and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, the DealCasters.
Doc,
Aloha. Good morning, Doc.
Yes, aloha. And you know, I was fortunate to spend 4 years of my life in the beautiful island of Oahu on the windward side over in Kaneohe and Kailua. So, yeah, great to be here. You know, aloha. And yeah, Doc, you always bring a smile on our face. Maybe it's because you're living in Hawaii and you're living the dream. You know, except when you go buy cereal in the store, because I know it's not cheap out there.
Oh, good, no, it's not. No,
$10 a box now.
Hey, Chris, what about you, real quick? What do they need to know about you, other than just handsome?
Well, thank you, Doc. You're always so sweet. You know, this kind of is like being in a band. You know, like if you're a live streamer. Really, I mean, and I was in bands, and those of you who are God, this chat is already, this is like the big time, Jim, like where people show up early, and actually you've got a community that shows up early. This is like you live streamers, it is like being in a band. You know, you buy merch, and you hope people come to the merch table afterwards and buy it, you know, and so I feel like we're opening for Doc Rock today, Jim. I feel like,
right?
Like he's the headliner. He's like Def Leppard, and we're like, you know, DealCasters local band playing in their garage. So,
dude.
Anyway, my name's Chris Stone.
He had me at
I'm
Def
a cast
Leppard.
ahead. Yeah, Def Leppard. I'm a cast ahead at castahead.net. And I work with entrepreneurs in their live streaming shows. Whether you're someone that needs a video for your show, you need a podcast, you need a story to tell. That's what I do. And I also work on my side, Helpful, with my good buddy doing marketing the Marine Corps way. The more handsome gentleman in the center of your screen, Mr. Jim Fuse of Fusion Marketing, and we do a show called DealCasters on Amazon. And we have fun. And if we didn't have fun, we wouldn't do it.
Dude,
That's the truth.
Jim, I just thought of something, fam. All right, so how's your YouTube Shorts game right now?
What?
How's your YouTube Shorts game right now?
That's why I said what.
Okay,
We don't
listen.
we haven't started playing that game yet. So
See, what had
I got
happened
one
was-
for you. I got one for you, dude. This is just going to
Okay.
be so dope, right? Short fuse, just quick marketing tips.
Boom.
boom. All right, I love it. I love
I'm
it.
telling you, dude, that'll just be so dope. You got the perfect name
Short
for cool
fuse
stuff.
tips. Yep.
Yeah, because you got the fusion marketing, right? So I mean, you could
Right.
do short fuse tips and then spell it your way, you know, and then just like boom, just come in with like quick little under 59 seconds. Everybody thinks it's 60. 60 would get you in trouble because you're gonna miss it. Just leave it at 59. And remember, a lot of you guys.
I'll try to keep it at 55 since that's my age now, right? So
Yeah, right. So and again, a lot of you guys took that one extra second, didn't pull out, and now y'all got kids. Anyway,
We just went there right away, man.
you know how it is.
And by
Hey,
the
that's
way,
why I can afford to buy expensive stuff because I learned my lesson. I know better.
dude, that
Okay.
voice you were doing with the QVC and trying to sell whatever hand cream or whatever.
No, this is legitimate imported Japanese sparkling water because this is how I roll. But it's
That's
funny.
pretty good, actually. We can't do that.
No, I really did until I was on your guys' show because, okay, so we were just having a normal conversation about streaming and whatever. And I'm looking at products come up on the carousel and then watching all of the little BB beeps, you know, that fly up from the side. And I'm like, we're not like saying, hey, go out and buy this, you know, lavalier Go in white, which just happens to be on your screen right now. Or like, I have no idea why Jim put this old man chair in the stream right here, but I know he did. So, like, you know, Trish is talking about something and being an international speaker, but Jim is like, yo, you need the old man chair with the beer koozie on the side for $64.02. You know,
Well,
and
that's because we actually have that chair. It's a very comfortable chair. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a DealCasters After Dark where I'll sit in the chair just to show you how comfortable it is.
See,
But,
that's cool. Now, this little tabletop AC that you have on this particular one, straight up, we bought one of those as a joke. It turned out it's actually dope.
Yep.
We thought
Did you
we
put
were
ice in
goofing.
yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
we
put
thought
ice
we
in it,
were
gives you that
goofing.
extra blast.
Yeah, we thought we were goofing. Like, this is going to be stupid, but this would be a funny joke for my friend that always complains about how hot it is, and that thing works. And it's, like, actually pretty amazing. So, yeah, it's very cool. I see a lot of my regulars here. Sorry, gang, I will say hi to you after because we got a lot to cover, and you guys know who you are. I will say hi to Lucia's Vegan Lifestyle because she's new. The rest of y'all live here, so you guys know. And Mr. Camera Junkie, it was your day to take out the trash, and you didn't. I'm just saying. Keep your chores together.
Keep them in line.
All right, so let's talk about this app. Just in case somebody has been living on top of said rock like myself, I'm never under it. Please explain to us really about what Amazon Live is.
Yeah, so Amazon decided, I think partially because they saw what's been going on in Asia with some of the platforms out there, that live shopping is a thing. They don't even call them influencer, they call them key opinion leaders. People want to know what people that they like and follow are using in their day-to-day life. I mean, Doc, you've caused me, well, I won't say you caused me, I did it, but I've bought a lot of things because of advice that you've made, right? You're adding value. You're not saying, hey, if you buy this, I'm going to, I've got to deal with, OWC and I'm getting thousands of dollars when people buy a Thunderbolt 4. But if you talked about the Thunderbolt 4, people listen to you because you're genuine, you're an expert, you're not being QVC. So Amazon sees that this is going to, Eddie Murphy coming to America. So they took their associates program, which still exists, right? You get the affiliate links. Lots of YouTubers use them in their, their show notes, hoping people will click. And they said, you can become an influencer if you have a social following. It used to be 4, but now 3 platforms, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook Business. And as long as they don't tell us what those numbers are, but if you meet that quota, you now get a shop page on Amazon where you can upload shoppable photos, you can upload product videos. Now they have to approve those videos. You can't just upload them and think, oh, you're great, I'm going to just put all this, trashy videos out there, and we can talk about that more later. But then if you have an iOS device, and just like all the people that were complaining with Clubhouse, it doesn't have to be an iPhone 12. It could be any iOS, older iPad, older iPhone, because that's where their app is. Then you can go live. And if you're a live streamer, since you already know how to do that, you're basically going to take an RTMP code, stick it in your favorite streaming platform. I know for you, Doc, it's Ecamm. We use, StreamYard, and we sometimes use Ecamm as well. Some people are using OBS, but then you can have your show, and you're live on the platform. So people are shopping, and you're talking about these products like you showed, and that video is showing up on the product page. And as they're scrolling through, trying to decide whether they should buy that Japanese imported water, like, hey, this says these guys are talking about this water. Let me go check it out. And sometimes they are, and sometimes they're just having a conversation with someone that maybe they're using that product. Like she was using the cameras and the microphones that were in the carousel. Doesn't mean we're going to talk about it. But then you also get a chat when the show is live where you get to interact with your viewers. And so you may have somebody say, hey, can you tell me a little bit more about that microphone? And if you don't want to ruin your show flow, you can just answer it in the text, kind of like you can do here on YouTube. Or you could just say, hey, Doc, this is how this works. And, to answer your question. So that's really how you get started. And it really has led to, because it's fun to us, right? We decided intentionally not to be QVC. We do sometimes, we have a little bit of fun. We do a couple things where, especially like during Prime Day and Black Friday, where we're talking about the deals. And that's where, we're more DealCasters, right? But we interview experts like you and others in the podcasting field, authors that are launching books on Amazon about their craft. And so we said, let's just have a show and not worry about, I got to talk about every product in the carousel. And that's really how you get started and how we've been evolving it. We've now done 80 shows as of yesterday. Next week is our 1-year anniversary on the 29th.
Well, happy anniversary, Chris.
Thanks.
Did you book reservations for dinner?
I think we're going to book a show.
Jim owes me dinner. Jim owes me dinner and a few pints. But yeah, I mean, I think the number one thing that a lot of people, when they're, getting as Amazon Live, getting through the little things you have to do, like getting approved, that's pretty easy. But a lot of people think that they have to create some other show on Amazon that is an extension of their brand and be something else. And that's just not true. In fact, really, if you're going to look on the platform right now, most of the content is not great. We believe that there's.
You guys have one of the best shows, for real.
Thank you, but the pool is still pretty shallow. But thank you, I appreciate that. But we need better content on the platform, and now's the time to jump in. And the rising tide is going to lift those ships that are doing it right. And there's a number of content creators that get it, where it may just be like, I'm broadcasting to these 6 places already. Let me just add Amazon to it and do my existing show. Let's just make sure I'm paying attention to what's happening on Amazon. Otherwise, Amazon might be like, you're not really paying attention to us. But we intentionally said, because in each one of our own businesses, we inevitably start talking about gear and talking about tech when we're doing a remote production of some sort, or we're doing some conference. Inevitably, somebody's got a camera pointed up their nose. They got a thumbprint on their camera. They don't know how to do like the simple things like lighting, but they also don't have a budget either to spend on that stuff. So we're doing this already. So when Jim and I decided to do this show, DealCasters was born on Amazon. It didn't exist anywhere else. The first time we went live on Amazon about a year ago was the first time DealCasters was ever live. And so it originated there. And so we go live in a bunch of other places now. But we wanted the show to start there because we feel like we can help people there. And we're already in the biggest mall in the world. And people want to compare Amazon to YouTube. It's not. It's absolutely not. The only comparison that you can say between YouTube and Amazon is you can go live there and your videos will stay there. Otherwise, completely different audience. Completely different. So if you go live in the mall, you're the expert. If you're going live on YouTube, you may have your affiliate link buried down in your show notes, but when people go to YouTube, they're not expecting to buy necessarily. They're expecting to get something, learn something, and maybe eventually they'll go down your funnel and be able to buy from you. They're completely different platforms. And we decided to treat it like the platform that it is without coming across like we're Fast Eddie on the Home Shopping Network.
Man, I was just over here checking out some of the lives that are popping right now. And these guys, okay, gang, here's what's funny. This is what Amazon said that we should watch. Like, these are on the front page. And most of the stuff that I saw on the front page is pretty horrible. I just realized that David is here. Like, accidentally. I didn't even know he was here, but he hasn't started yet. That's David Foster. But this guy was just showing kind of like his 3D printing stuff. I mean,
yeah, it's a great show.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And then over here, this is like some dude and his kid opening Pokemon cards. And that's their Pokemon, not man, mon. Pay attention. Short for pocket monsters. Pokemon.
Oh, let's see if they got a Charizard. Let's see if they got a Charizard.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they're,
that's
so they're
Ryan
opening.
Swanstrom. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Ryan, and this dude has a PhD. He's like a rocket scientist.
Literally.
And he basically does a show. And people love the show.
I
You
can imagine.
see how many views he's got up in the corner,
Let's
and
see.
he involves his family. And so people love that. People are like, this is a dad that's hanging out with his family, doing stuff. And there's a ton of dads and moms that watch the show. And
You see how many shows I
he
follow,
sells
by the
stuff.
way? You see this? How many shows do I follow?
You follow the show.
One.
You follow the show.
Just one. But like, it's funny, like these guys are out here. Seriously, I'm looking at this stuff and I'm looking at some of the production quality. This Sway TV ladies who obviously because they're fashion and fitness probably have a big show, but their production quality was I don't even know what to call it. Not dope.
Not what you expected.
Yeah. So for somebody like where'd she go? Like Lucia's vegan lifestyle and myself who come from broadcast industry, same with like Chris who comes from I guess recordcast kind of broadcast industry. Like, yo, this is gravy. And I swear to you, been sleeping on this for more than a year. I downloaded the program like I want to say last June or last July and just been sleeping on it because again, it's the concept of, oh, I got to make another show. I got to do this. I got to do that. But I think it's completely disconnected. Now, what's really cool, once people start to learn you on Amazon, maybe they will leak over into your real show and your other stuff, right? And I guess the other part that I think the numbers of Amazon just, people don't get it. I don't think people really get how massive Amazon is on any given time. I mean, right now, there's close to 10 million people shopping on Amazon as we speak.
Right.
So
and it's 24/7 because you got
24/7.
people in different time zones, right? Because you in Hawaii, right? You guys are considered Amazon.com. You're not Amazon somewhere else. So I may have some people shopping in Hawaii even when if I want to stream at midnight, right? If I want to stream at 8 o'clock in the morning, I may catch some people. And so that's the thing I think that people don't think about. It truly is. And here's the other thing that found out several months ago. We talk about, oh, well, YouTube's, Google's #1 search engine, et cetera, et cetera. But guess what? Amazon is the #1 search engine for products. 53% of searches
100%.
for products are done on Amazon, not on Google. So as much as, and you're competing with the 38 million other YouTube channels, of course, that how many of them are active as kind of like podcast. But we really think right now, Doc, and you're, and this would include you, we found out, like even I talked about Amazon Live on Madeline Scalar's Twitter chat, Twitter Smarter. Madeline's been an influencer and didn't even know it. She's got a shop page, but she's never done anything with it. She knows all about audio and stuff, and she's like, oh, I need to do something. So there's a lot of people like you that have that ability and just haven't done anything with it. And if even like you showed right now, there's not that many people live on Amazon right now. There's
No,
maybe
there wasn't.
There's maybe 10
6?
people.
It was 6.
There's we're in this group of about 800 people, and they're not all influencers yet. Some are like looking to get into it, or some of it are brands looking for people to talk about their stuff. I mean, and that's the other piece of it, right? We get that's the whole thing. What do we call it? Full disclosure. We would love if people subscribe to our YouTube channel, DealCasters, but we've only got about 34 subscribers right now. But guess what? Every week we're getting approached by brands. Would you talk about our stuff on Amazon? Do you think we have that happening on YouTube? Not right now. And I think that's, we talk, and Doc, you talk about this all the time, kind of the mind junk and everything else, but it's like, sure, we're going to build our YouTube, but it's different, like Chris said, being on Amazon. Because, we can even take some of this stuff we do on Amazon and we could put it on YouTube if we think it's appropriate. We could, modify some of our interviews and put them out there. But I also like your idea of the short fused tips.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
laughing
it's about knowing your audience, right?
No, I'm
So
laughing
if
at
you're-
this
if-
comment
yeah.
from Tabs on Tech
Oh.
saying, glad I wrapped up on Amazon Live. Otherwise, you guys might put my stream on blast too. No, it's not on blast. Everybody got to start where you start. I was about to say a bad word. The thing that's dope about what you're doing is you already started. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know if people remember this. Like, the joke about Wayne's World was that it was being filmed on public access TV, and the joke of it was it's this crappy show that like people are watching. Well, the idea that Mike got the idea from an actual show that he used to watch in Canada on public access TV. So the kids that were really doing that show are now pseudo famous because Mike Myers spoofed them into an entire thing on Saturday Night Live, and then eventually into, a movie and somewhat of a dynasty. T-shirts, mugs, socks, shoes, like the whole 9 yards. So it's okay. It doesn't have to be like broadcast professional. Actually, I'm going to say right now, and this is for you, Lucia, because you're like me, we are the curse. What has been my curse for YouTube thus far? I've been in YouTube for 15 years, okay? And what screwed me up in the beginning is when I should have just been going mad raw with my Digi 8 camera and stuff like that, as I didn't want to do that. I wanted to bring out my high-end digital video camera. I wanted to bring out my lenses. I wanted to bring out my lights and my microphone. I mean, I got podcasts on there where I'm shooting with an $8,000 Sony microphone, and because I wanted to bring that broadcast quality to YouTube because nobody else was doing it. You know why nobody else was doing it? Because it wasn't important, you dummy. So I wasted eons of time. I'm talking over a decade always trying to put out quality that I was accustomed to from me working in an industry, and then being taken out by people filming with an iPhone 4. You know what I mean? So in a way, we actually have the curse because we actually know too much, if that is, what I'm saying. And even today, right now, I always want to be in my studio, and I should do more raw avant-garde running around with my phone and my gimbal like Rob does. Rob Balasabas, he just grab his phone, go to Timmy's and walk around Canada and make videos. And I'm like, nah, man, I got to go get my camera. I ain't about that life. This is stupid. Like, honestly, it's stupid. So don't worry about where you started. At this point, gang, considering the stuff that's on there right now, it doesn't matter if there's only 6 shows and yours is number 7 and yours doesn't have the production quality of the other 6. The amount of people that are on Amazon, they still coming to you. Like, it's kind of dope to be the overflow review. Remember, Snapple was happy as hell to be 3rd. Because what Coke and Pepsi was doing was massive. Snapple was like, yo, we going to live in 3rd place and live it up. Ball out of control and sell billions of dollars worth of nasty tea. I said it.
Yeah.
Being in 3rd place.
And I'm blanking on her name, but I know she's in the group. Was talking about her yoga show, right?
Oh, Collie.
Doc, I don't know if you look on there are people doing fitness shows. They're getting hundreds of views, if not more. And I'm talking live views. I mean, I'm not like probably show views is in the thousands, but you could teach yoga on there and have yoga mats in the carousel. If this is the
And
perfect
get business. Yeah.
platform.
So,
I'm helping a lady that does art classes for kids and adults, and so she'll go live teaching people how to paint a wine glass, has all the products in her carousel, and people watch it and people buy stuff because, oh, now you're teaching me how to do it. There's cooking shows, there's these fitness shows, and I mean, it's really I would say right now the sky's the limit. And so if you're in a niche or niche, whatever the right thing is, like GIFs, you've got a great opportunity because there's not a lot on there, right? There's people.
Man, just idea covering these books. I didn't even think. I mean, it's Amazon, right? So you can just sit there and do
people
your
are
book
selling their
report
books.
live. Oh
Absolutely.
my God, that's so crazy. That is so crazy.
We do that all the time with authors. And if you've got a new book coming out and you have an interview on Amazon with an Amazon influencer, it's like having a book release event. because you can bring an author on, and we do it all the time. And yeah, I mean, we kind of breezed
This
past
category
the
right here
views.
is money. I can just tell you the markup because I used to do a lot with going to China and checking out manufacturing and stuff like that. The markup on baby stuff is ridiculous. So if you are a new pops or a new mom and you had just a show talking about, things that are out there for the baby life and just speaking on it, bruh, the stuff in your carousel has really high commissions. I'm going to just tell you that right now because the markup on that stuff is ridiculous. Like, it's stupid. If you knew how much you were getting jacked on things you buy for your kids, you would, figure out the old school way your mom did it. Because you guys are getting waxed. You guys are getting waxed on simple stuff, too. I mean, things that you think, oh, this is important. I mean, some of that stuff that you're buying for $10, $15 costs 35 cents. It's insanity. And they know it's disposable, and you're going to throw it away and buy another one. When the new kid comes, you can't use the old kid stuff on the new kid, so people throw it away and buy another one. So, oh, man. This is crazy. You guys are killing me. You guys are absolutely killing me.
And Doc, we've taken our show and we've made a podcast out of some of the interviews, and guess what? That's on Amazon Music. So that's the other thing. If your podcast is on Amazon Music or your guest podcast is on Amazon Music, you can put that in the carousel. So people can click on it, follow it. Now you got a new subscriber, follower on Amazon. Merch by Amazon. We have DealCasters swag that we get. What is it, Chris? Anywhere from 15 to 30% depending on the price of the item.
Yeah. So if you compare that to like TeePublic or Vistaprint or all of these print-on-demand services, they're single digits in terms of your revenue share on that. So when we saw that Amazon was giving us 15% on the sale of a T-shirt, man, I couldn't do it quickly enough. I mean, they got hoodies, and you're just uploading a logo, waiting for somebody to buy it, and we'll buy it ourselves to give away as gifts. And it is, according to Rob, it is GIF, like a gift. So we'll give it away as a gift to people. There you go. But yeah,
Rob is
Amazon
right.
merch is a thing. Yeah, and we let me interject one quick thing because we breezed by the views, and I know you've got a lot of people who are in the YouTube space that watch this show, and the show is on YouTube and everything. And I know we kind of didn't talk about the difference of everything, but how many times have you gone live and you just kind of you're waiting for people to show up, and it's not like this chat where it's like there's lots of people happening, but when you get to the end of just an interview and you look at your Amazon views and you've had anywhere from 4,000 to 9,000 people on a 45-minute interview, that's insane. And it has its own marketing built in, right? Because when you have those products in your carousel, your live stream is showing up right on that product page as people are shopping for that product. And they see Doc Rock on the screen being interviewed, talking into a Shure SM7B on the Shure SM7B page, and they're like, here's an expert that's talking about a microphone that I'm interested in. And so it's just like walking into the mall and seeing Doc Rock talk about a Shure SM7B, and you're the expert, and then boom, you could get anywhere from 2 to 8% in commission revenue.
Yeah, and it's quite incredible. Okay, I got two questions, both from Candy. Hey, Candy, welcome to the party. First of all, yes, I went and checked, and because my default's to Audible, because nerd like that, it actually shows up in Audible for me because that's my podcast program because I'm already next to my books. So yes, if it's in Audible, it's in Amazon Music because same thing. So there's that. And then yes, this one is cool because this is cool. Slightly different, but still cool. Okay, can you guys cover that? Are you familiar with that? Oh, I should read it. Hello. Can I put my brand clothing on Amazon too? I'm learning so much from you guys.
Yeah, that's what we were saying is basically, Candy, whatever your logo is, you just sign up for Amazon merch, and you just Google Amazon merch. It's probably Amazon.
No, I think she means like in a seller's channel. So you can actually make an Amazon Live sellers channel. Yes. If you have product that you sell on Amazon, you can definitely do live videos about the product that you sell on Amazon And if I'm correctly, you should still be able to introduce other products. So like say I make, lovely shirts, right? Lovely shirt that makes fat dudes not look so fat. I should invent that. So you rocking this shirt and so, oh yeah, by the way, dudes, you're going to want to get this watch because this watch right here will just accentuate this shirt. This kind of kicks will work. These kind of drawers will be comfortable so you're not pinching any stuff, and then like, this knee brace because old dudes, right? This knee brace to be good, but it won't show. You can explain other things that go with your kit, and so yeah, you can do. It's look under Amazon Seller Central, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, that's a key point though. It's got to be something that's sold on Amazon. So if you have your items that you're an Amazon seller. Now here's the thing I would tell you though, because there are some slightly different rules for sellers versus influencers. If you're a seller, great, but still go become an influencer and then use those products that you're able to have as a seller as some of the products in your carousel as opposed to running it through your quote-unquote seller account. Because I think, and I could be wrong on this, but there's a guy in our group, Ehud, who's been doing this for a long time. It's like the sellers have to pay Amazon whenever they want to go live. It's like, I think it's there's a fee there. But, that's where if you kind of do it the opposite way, right? Doesn't cost us anything to put other people's stuff up in the carousel. So but yeah, absolutely. If it's on Amazon, it's fair game.
Yeah, you see, there's a tab there, Doc, to the right of Audible where it says Amazon Music, and that's where you grab the right under the little Twitter logo, and that's where you would grab the I guess they call it an ASIN, which is a Amazon
ASIN. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you put that in your carousel, and you've got your podcast in a carousel. So if you've got a podcast, an audio podcast, you can pop it in to your carousel, and we get additional listeners because of it. People that buy our T-shirts, and they buy that little Arctic Chill thing for their countertop too. So,
and it works. Deal. Rob says, I have been on merch by Amazon from the beginning. They were picky as to who can join. Is the situation the same? People were being denied. Yeah, I got denied for Amazon merch, but I was selling funny T-shirts.
Yeah, I think it's still one of those, we were lucky. I think I had applied before, and so when I went and kind of like checked on the status that we were able to get it fairly quickly, and I don't know if it had anything to do with like, okay, the guy's an associate and an influencer, so sure, we'll let him do it. But they've rejected a couple of our designs, and you get that question. It's like, well, it's our design. Why are you saying it belongs to someone else? So we're not sure if someone stole our design. We're just not aware of it. But.
Yeah, well, also one thing that everyone needs to remember about these things is a lot of times these things are being decided by a person in a room somewhere, right? So, for instance, when I applied for Amazon Homemade, they actually denied me because they said that it was similar to something that somebody else was making. Okay, and this is super funny. I was making signs, like woodworking signs, and I was making them using Monkey Pod and Koa. So there's no way it's like anybody else that was in there at the time because I was one of the first to apply, and the person who made the decision knows obviously dick about wood because Jim's lived here before. Koa is not mahogany, fam. It ain't even close. Koa's freaking gorgeous, right?
Yes.
Right? It's a different wood. It has, I can't even explain it. It looks like clouds in it. Like it's very gorgeous. The other thing is Koa can run upwards. I mean, literally run upwards of $600, $700, $800 a board foot because it's that gorgeous. And then, so yeah, there was nothing similar to what I was making in comparison with, but you have to know that the 19, 20, 21-year-old person that's working, making that decision at that time might not have that education. They might not understand. They're trying to do their job. You caught them on the day they had a fight with their loved one and, or they were late for work because their scooter broke, whatever. Like in Seattle's a miserable place. So maybe that person was just having a bad day. Sometimes all you got to do is back up and reapply later when they give you your window. And just know at the time that I did it, it was brand new. There was it had been open for 2 days. So yeah, sometimes you just have to ignore those approval things and just try again because you just don't know who you're getting.
Yep.
And so, yeah. And they might have just
Yeah, it
looked
goes
at
the
your
same way with
picture
getting-
and go, "You're ugly," and then move on.
Yeah, it's same way with getting approved for being Amazon influencer. We had a couple of like really people that have higher influence than we did were kept on getting denied. And the weird thing is they came on our show, and then after the show, there's that time where you have little kibitz backstage and talk to them, and they were like, "Yeah, we got denied." I was like, "Well, just apply again." And the next day, they got approved.
They get approved.
And we joked and said, "Well, it's because you were on our show. We were the gateway, to get approved on Amazon Live." But that wasn't the case at all. And so you're right. It's just like if you get denied, keep working on it and then reapply, and you never know. It could be somebody else in some other part of the country or the world going through that approval process, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll let them in."
Just to know. And just like Jim said, yes, Cora is both gorgeous and scarce. One of the cool things is there's a place right across the street from me called Reuse Hawaii. And what I would do is go there and score all their reclaimed pieces. And then normally that's even more gorgeous than the stuff that's out now, because a lot of stuff that's out now and that didn't have a chance to grow into maturation, being able to get really old Cora is even more pretty, because most of it, was taken from the beginning. Now the forests are just messed up. But the reason why it's so expensive, for people that don't know, it takes 15 years to get about that wide. So when you see a nice, big, beautiful piece, it's really, really old and has just got all myriad gorgeous parts of the earth and Hawaii's, ecosystem built in. And so, yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope stuff. Okay. So, if someone wanted to get started, like, what would be the process? What do they have to do? And like, what other equipment do they need?
So definitely step one is they got to become an Amazon associate. That's still fairly simple. So you go to the Amazon website. I don't know if you have the link. We also have a video that kind of explains the process that we can drop in the chat later. The second step is then you go, once you're an associate, then you apply to become an influencer. Now, here's the thing we've told some people, because we have some friends that have done this. You don't have to live in the U.S. to become an Amazon influencer. If you live in Canada, like I think Keely lives in Canada, right?
Yep.
Just go to Amazon.com and open an account there. And you can broadcast on Amazon.com US, because even though there's influencer storefronts in Canada, the UK, in India, but in India you have to have an India bank account, so I don't know how many people are going to waste their time on that. They only allow the live streaming to happen on Amazon.com. So we know like Marco Novo in Portugal, there's several people we know in Britain, a couple of folks we know in Canada that are streaming on Amazon.com. So they're not like restricting you in that aspect. So you apply, you go to the Amazon influencer thing, and it's literally, if you have a YouTube channel, and I'd probably say you're probably already going to have a couple thousand subscribers from what we've seen. You're going to find out instantly whether you were approved or not, and it's as simple as approved, disapproved. They're not like sitting there and it's like, well, you've only done 10 videos, so we're not going to approve you, because Instagram and Facebook business, they can take up to 5 business days. But the one thing they're not doing, and I think it shows when you look at the content sometimes on the live platform, they're not looking at your live streaming resume. They're just looking
Obviously.
right now strictly at your numbers. Oh yeah, because we'll see people come into the Facebook group. Hey, how do I live stream to Amazon? Because you can live stream on your phone, your iPhone or your iPad, and use that phone as your device. I just think it's easier to do it, with a computer, RTMP, than it is to try to make something look good on a phone. So yeah, so once you're approved, then it's the iOS device. You got to have, like I said, it could be iPad, iPhone. I don't know, maybe it could actually be, what did we used to call those things before the iPhone? The iPod Touch, as long as it can download that app.
Yeah.
And then you run the show from the app, but then it's kind of like, you start your live stream on your live streaming software, then it signals the app that it's ready to go. You hit go live in there, and now you're live on Amazon. Couple of things, you can only go live at 720p. You can't go at 1080. I mean, we've heard some people have maybe done something with, yeah, but it goes back to is anybody really gonna care that
Yes.
that it's not 1080?
I do.
We haven't seen that problem. I think sometimes we get caught up in that. I've got to have, like you were saying earlier, I've got to have the best camera and this and that. And there's people on there right now that they're doing it on their phone, right? Or they're just doing it very simply. They're not using any sort of graphics or anything else, and they're getting viewers and they're getting people to click. And that's it. That's the other big thing that I think excites people. If you watch a live stream, and let's say we click on the microphone that Doc's got, we've got Doc's microphone and carousel. For the next 24 hours, that person that clicked through to that product, anything they buy. So they might not even buy that microphone. They may decide, and we've sold tires and diapers and all kinds of stuff that we've never talked about, because it's like we got them into the ecosystem, and Amazon's like saying, they're in a sense they're giving you some credit, right? You know, hey, you got this person to take that next step and buy, because they already were thinking about buying, but now that's where you're kind of getting the reward for your efforts of doing that. And there's some people that go live on this platform every day, and I think some of them have made this a full-time business. But then the other piece that I think is big, and I think Chris would agree with this, you're going to get an opportunity to potentially work with brands. But just like anything else, you got to kind of take it at face value. Don't just take stuff because they want to give it to you. And you got to be careful, because you get these people like, are you an Amazon reviewer? If you buy our thing and leave a review, we'll reimburse you.
Oh God, I hate those.
That's against the terms of service, and you'll risk losing everything. So we just don't even talk to those people.
Oh, I can't stand those people. They send me emails like on a daily basis. Yes. Oh,
yeah. And so the other thing, if you're starting out and you do get approved, you'll go into a level process. So you'll start out as I even forget what the very first level is.
The Rising Star.
Rising Star. And basically all you got to do as a Rising Star is just stream for 90 minutes. They just want to make sure that you know kind of what you're doing, and that you can at least stream for 90 minutes. So most people blow by that. Doc, you can yawn and do 90 minutes streaming. It's like,
oh, dude, me and Miss D do 5-hour energies by accident.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it. And then you get an insider, and that's where you really make hay. That's where when you go live and you have a product in your carousel that you click on, that's when your stream goes on those pages. That's when you get those views. That's really what drives that traffic over to you. It also allows you to create, and we didn't talk about this, you create a shop page. And I know this is all about going live, but even if you're someone who doesn't go live, this is how you make money while you sleep. The secret for an entrepreneur is to make money while you sleep. And if you have product videos, if you have shoppable photos, if you have all of these things that you create in a shop that Amazon gives you, this is how you make money while you sleep. If you're not going live, you are still making money on Amazon, and that's how you do it. And you create product videos, you tag those products in the videos that you make. They don't have to be these long, extravagant demo videos. They can only be a couple minutes. You're the expert. You put those videos on, and they live on your shop page, but they also go and they live on the product pages as well. And so, again, you're not only just the expert in a live stream, but your evergreen video will stay on that product page, and that's how you make money while you sleep. And that's another big thing we didn't touch on, and it's really one of the hidden benefits, I think, that a lot of people don't talk about for Amazon. They just don't want to talk about the live, which is great, but just being an influencer and being able to do that, the product videos and the shop page is a huge deal.
That's cool. And man, I just realized looking at my thing, holy goodness, it's been a minute. I need to update my shop. It's all in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because
there you go.
Look, check this out. This is my holiday gift guide.
Right? Yeah. What year is it?
2018. Holy goodness, I'm slipping. But people be buying stuff from here still, even though, like, I don't know how, but you just got to go in and update your shop page. How often do you update your shop page?
Go to DealCasters.shop if you can pull that up.
Okay, let me see.
Because we did a redirect for that, and so that'll take you right to the shop page.
Dot shop. I was doing dot live because of Always and Rob.
Yeah. Yeah, we update this thing probably every day, every other day.
What?
We'll do videos. Hmm.
Oh, that's amazing, boss.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
We don't do anything if we didn't think it was going to be beneficial for us either financially or otherwise.
It's
so
not
that's how
loading.
important it is for us.
Come on, dot shop.
DealCasters.shop.
Yeah, I did it. It's not
You
loading.
sure you didn't type in Deal Busters?
What was the other one that I used to always say, Chris? It was Deal
Deal
Chasers.
Chasers.
Deal Chasers, right.
Okay, you got somebody else try that link because I tried it and it's fighting me. But maybe your internet is not.
Maybe
as
try
sucky as
it
mine.
without the S, HTTP, or just type in.
Oh, okay, that's a good answer too.
Maybe try that.
Boom, it's spinning. There we go. It worked. It didn't like the S, which is funny because it probably fixed the S anyway after it's done.
Probably that Spectrum thing.
You know how it is. What does Gigi call it? Rectum. So look.
So there's
there-
shoppable photos there, and it's just like a photo, and you can tag your products in your photo. But you go down here. And
Oh,
these
hold
are,
up. Wait a minute. Stop. Pump the brakes. Back the up. What? Shoppable. See, you said that twice. And Miss D is going to yell at me because you
Okay.
said shoppable photos. But here, let me do this real quick. Let me do Q : what the fuse is a shoppable photo. I just spelled it all wrong, but anyway. That's because I can't type it. There you go.
Yeah. Well, we're not the photographers that Diana Gladney is by any stretch, but you just basically take a photo of you with an item, or it's basically like maybe an Instagram section for your shop page.
Dude, I
for
got
lack
like
of a better-
17 things that you can buy from Amazon sitting on my desk within arm's reach.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Upload that photo, tag it for that particular product, and boom, you've got yourself a shoppable photo.
Shut the front door. And you just upload it to your page.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep, and you can write kind of a description of what the photo is about. You'll see like one of our photos is our podcast. We uploaded our.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I guess I should do this. So there's the photo right there. That's crazy. And it has a little bag next to it.
Right, just like on Instagram.
All right, so you go over here and you click, and then what's in
And
the
all
photo?
the products that are in there. That's my interface, my Jim's interface.
Oh, even bring the heat with the Apollo interface. Mr. I came from Sony Music. Dude. All right,
And,
yo.
and then underneath the photos, you'll see our videos. And so
Yeah,
these are
it showed
videos.
DealCaster videos. I just saw that real quick. I just wanted to
Yeah.
see what Chris put in this thing right here. All right,
Yeah.
boom. The ZV-1, which he needs a new one now. The Stream Deck. Look at that. It's all in there. Boom.
No,
It's
I
all
need
in there.
that. I need Diana Gladney's affiliate link so I can buy that ZV-10.
Dude, people, I'm going to sell something for you. Go to this page and then buy this. It's $20. Do not be a live streamer without a Behringer CT100. Okay?
Yes, sir.
What it is, okay, listen, folks. This is a cable tester. And I don't need no cable tester. They just work. No, yeah, you do. Because half the time when y'all be, oh, my eCam's not working, I wonder what I should do. I say change the cable. They don't listen. They listen to 18, 50, 1100 people tell them, oh, you got to try this. You got to do this. Or you shouldn't get that. You should have bought a Yeti. Da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden, they change the cable and it works. So buy a Behringer CT100. Go to DealCasters.shop and then click on Chris's picture of his desk, which is giving me horrible cases of OCD. But, and then click on it and come down here and just $19. Most of you have that much in Amazon credit on your store already. And if you don't, watch this replay 6 times. Because that is a must. That is an absolute must. I can't tell you how much people done call me names. Ecamm sucks, blah, blah, blah. Doc told me to buy this thing, and it doesn't work, but change the cable. But I don't got it. Other cable is good. I bought Monster. Monster cables are full of change the cable. No, because what it is incompatible because Apple sucks with the M1 chip, and ever since they're just trying to make I got it. Change the cable. Oh, it's working. No, Sherlock, because it's always the cable. It's always the $3, $4, $5 thing. First of all, stop buying $3, $4, $5 cables. Hello, maybe that's an idea. But it's always the $3 or $4, $5 thing. It's never the $300 thing. It's always the cable. It just, I don't know why I've been doing this since I could barely walk. It's always the freaking cable. Check that first. And if it's not, then you got work. But 9 times out of 10, changing the cable, change the game. It's like the cheerleader. Save the cheerleader, save the world. Change the cable, save the world.
Doc, that's like when you convinced me that I had to get a second monitor. I got a brand new monitor from a local place, and it came with the HDMI cable, and I have everything hooked up, and I'm telling Chris, I can't get this new monitor to work. What's wrong with it? And he's like, check your HDMI cable. I said, but it just came out of the box. Sure enough, I switched it. Boom, worked.
Anything that comes with something. If you got a cable that comes with something, take that cable and throw it away.
100%. Like all these guys, they ship the dumbest cables with their stuff. I throw them cables. I got in plastic bags because I don't use them. Look, within reach, the one that came with the LG, because I don't use this mess, bro. I just right over there where it belongs because it don't happen. I get cables. I'm sorry. Like I just don't. Oh, and then thank you. Because she comes from broadcast, Lucia knows the deal because people don't wind their cables properly. Yeah, oh yeah, Miss Ali is getting expensive, camera junkie, so I had to bleep them all because right now, I'm telling you, I'm tired of her car payments. Because Miss Ali charges me for the swear jar, and I probably owe her like $6,000 right now. So
I remember hearing about that the other day. That's right.
Yeah, I told everybody we're gonna show up to People of Video, and then Miss Ali gonna roll up in the Ferrari. Damn, Miss Ali, your channel doing good? Nope, Doc swear jar. she got the 488 top down hair, just the flex. Yeah. I can't do the hair thing.
Now, if that jar is available on Amazon, we could put it in the carousel next time we go live.
Oh, I bet you the swear jar is probably available on Amazon. Now you're gonna make me look because I'm just curious. Wow. Okay, so here's a question that I guess comes up: do you do the reviews and stuff too? And then do you get if you do?
Well, I mean, we review products, but I will tell you that I've consciously made an effort not to do reviews as an individual. So the 5-star reviews,
right?
Yeah,
that's something I've chosen to stay away from because I don't want because I think even in there you could I'll do it for books that I read, but I don't. I've stayed away from doing product reviews as Jim Fuse, but we definitely review products through our videos, and it's more of a demonstration. I think that kind of gets into the difference between YouTube and Amazon is. And Amazon's telling you, right? This is another one. Amazon's telling you, this is what we want in our videos, right? If they want you really to have the product. We've seen some people, we don't know how much longer their videos are going to last. They're doing a screen share of the website. Well, this chair looks pretty good, but yet they've never touched that chair.
Oh, God,
and
I already hate that.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think it's about, if you've got the product, demo it. You don't have to go into huge detail because you got to remember people are getting ready to make a purchase decision. That's where, like on, I'm blanking on his name, but he does a great job with, and he's on Amazon. He does a lot of stuff with Stream Deck, but he'll the Stream Deck, how to use Stream Deck video can go.
AWOL?
No. Bradley teaches. Bradley.
Oh yeah, Bradley.
Right.
So Bradley does a great job explaining the Stream Deck, but don't need to explain in detail how to use a Stream Deck in a product video. Just say, here's what this product looks like it'll do. It seems solid. Here's what, this is the, I've got the 32, 16, whatever. On your YouTube channel, teach people how to use it. So don't sit there and use these, videos on how to use the thing, maybe, or, what questions are people asking about the product
Right.
and answer
Yeah,
those,
so-
because
Bruh, this just sounds funny. This is super funny, but because people are lazy and because people don't read, you could take the product and basically read the fact while you're
Yeah.
on Amazon.
Well, yeah.
And people will
it's
buy
like once they start watching your video, what step are they in the buying journey? Pretty far
yeah.
along.
Pretty far.
And
Yeah,
so
true that.
You don't want it, you don't give them a 10-minute video. Like, so what we do is Amazon gives you the content. All you got to do is scroll down and look at the questions that are being asked, and then people upvote what's the most popular question, right?
That's
and so when you go
100%
down
true.
there, it's like, what do they want to know? How long will this last? What can I? What was the number one question on the Brita water filter, Jim? Can I filter vodka with this? That was the number one upvoted. But we can't do that. We can't do a product video showing alcohol on Amazon. So we're like, well, let's figure out if we can filter something else with it and make a video from it. And so it's like those, and we've sold like hundreds of Britas, and it seems weird. Well, we're DealCasters. We're these guys that are talking about podcasting and live streaming. Well, who doesn't love filtered water? I mean, who doesn't drink water while they're live streaming? Like, this is, it's part of what we do. So, and we have a Brita water filter, so let's do a video for it, and let's put it on our page, and let's make a little money while we sleep. And so Amazon gives you that stuff to be able to do, and then we get the analytics on the videos, and we can see how long are these people watching these videos. 2-3 minutes
You
at
guys
most.
just did something quite amazing. Hold on, gang. I just discovered the secret cheat code. Don't tell Jim and Chris. I'm about to tell you their secret. So when you do a show and they come on your show, right? You take the people who's been on your show and you take the stuff that they were talking about. Like, this is Mike Alton's show right there, right? May the fourth be with you, right? And then this is essential podcasting gear. It's from another show. So the stuff that people talk about on the show, like Jeff said, you just put all of his things that he talked about into a little joint on the show. So when Judy Fox comes on and you put all of her stuff in there, and then people who watch the show can come and this is cheating. This is cheating. This is all the J-Watt stuff.
Chris may slap me because I'm going to say this, but what we can do then in our podcast is we take the link to this idea list and we put it into the show notes for the podcast.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's why we do it.
That girl,
That's why we
that
do
is
it.
cheating and is genius.
If you're not cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh my goodness, that is genius. Okay, I don't know if you understand. Let me back this up. Let me back the whole bus all the way up. Listen, my homegirl Jay Watts is meteorologist supreme from the Weather Channel in Hot Atlanta. They invite Jay Watts to the show. And then they say, okay, I know you guys are wondering, why do I need 6 bottles of simple syrup, red cables? I replace all my cables with red cables just so I can find them in the dark. Water filters for my coffee and cleaning brushes for my coffee machine. Okay, stop staring at my cart, damn it. But Jay Watts come in here and be like, how do you get ready for the storm? Family, I live in Honolulu, Hawaii, and it is hurricane season starting in 15 days. Okay, so 15 days from now, but she got, here's your thing you put on your porch, so you know, for us it's easy. If the palm tree is dropping coconuts, start boarding up. Miss Eileen, you ain't gonna get me today. These little socks, I actually these little socks down here on the bottom, $44. I actually have them right on the floor. You put these by the door because they sop up the water before it ruins your stuff. This right here is either damp red or food in the bucket, emergency supply kit, the light, the battery backup, hand generator, like all of this mess is in here. Now, here's why I find this funny. If I go to solid.fm, that was my podcast, which I'm bringing back very soon. I go to solid.fm, and then I'm going to scroll this sucker down to find my emergency kit, like get ready for hurricane season's episode I must have did a little bit ago, and I swear to you, I have a whole heap of that same stuff in there, and I didn't look at that. I did not make the list of keep all these accoutrements nearby, right? Like canned foods, peanut butter because it don't die, like, you know, various preserves. If you've never tried Korean orange honey, it's the best thing in the world. And like my supply kit, my canned foods, you know, oh my God, I just got cheat coded on my own show. I'm tired of y'all. Man, absolutely
You're welcome.
tired of y'all.
You're
Look at
welcome.
that.
We'll buy you a coffee. We'll buy you a coffee. to
Yo,
make up for it.
that is freaking money. Now, one last thing that I want to point out, I'm going to respect my homie's time. Listen, gang, I just thought of this, and I want you guys to back me up. Yes, Doc, you're right, or no, Doc, you're stupid. YouTubers, lean in close, get your little pencil out, and write this down, okay? Nope, Miss Eileen, you're not getting me today. I'm telling you, I am being a good boy. Monte Weave in the building. What's happening, player?
Yeah, Monty.
Okay, listen. Got your pencil, got your piece of paper. YouTubers' number one question to folks like myself, Eileen, Miss Diana Gladney, Mr. Monte Weaver, they always say, but can I make a YouTube channel about more than one topic? And the answer is no, you cannot. But I want to because I'm into this and I'm into this. We don't give a no. You have to be niched. Pick your niche. It's not a niche. A niche is, yeah, you actually
Like a
slip up
niche?
and get yourself slapped by your wife. So just say niche, much safer.
Niche.
It rhymes with cheese, eggs.
Quiche.
No, you cannot. But you can make that alternative thing on Amazon and talk about what it is that you're into and get paid faster so that you can keep working on the channel that you have to niche down on YouTube. So, person like myself, who is a hardcore coffee nut, like ridiculous, but I can't be putting that stuff in my channel anymore because my channel is about fixing y'all in your crooked minds because people done told you stuff that's completely wrong. I can go do pour over coffee nerddom on Amazon all day. And I could do tea on Amazon all day on the same channel because who cares? It's Amazon, right? I could talk about books. I could talk about grilling. I could grill. Man, you guys don't know I can grill. I could talk about all of the things that I want to talk about. My Funko collection over here is 700 deep. I could just talk about Funko Pops on Amazon and not mess up my YouTube algorithms.
Yeah, you could just have fun, right? It's the Doc Rock lifestyle channel. Absolutely. You know,
This
I mean, that's
little special edition Boba Fett. Don't like this Boba Fett is worth all kinds of money, and it's in a box for safety. And then hi, Bobs. Like, I can't talk about that on YouTube, but I could talk about this on Amazon.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Like, you get approved as an influencer, and then you could be talking. And some people, that's a little more of the Home Shopping Network QVC vibe, where people are just drilling through multiple different products, right? But so Jim and I kind of have a niche.
Yeah.
But we'll also talk about some stuff that may be a little bit left of that center. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're still Doc Rock, right? You didn't put on some different persona when you jumped on Amazon. I think a lot of people feel like they got to be something else. You can still be your brand, but yeah, I think it's smart to do something like that.
Yeah, it will allow you to flex. Honestly, and all you people that are scared and like, I don't know, and blah, 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 practice over there. Because I've seen the competition is trash. Don't go up against Jim and Chris, you'll get smoked. But
come
most
on
of,
in. Good.
most
We'll
of the
have you in. Yeah.
competition
Plenty of room.
is trash. So if you're worried about
Millions, if not,
practicing,
millions, if not billions, of products out there. But yeah, like we have a couple like fun shows. We have one we call DealCasters After Dark. We don't even know what we're going to do on those shows because we'll talk about stuff, we'll play trivia, and then like we'll do a show we call Friday Finds where we just find stuff that's on sale on Amazon, and we'll just like, hey, we found these deals for people. I know we're going to get back into it. We did a thing last year. We would do a pregame show before Monday Night Football, and we'd put in, we'd find stuff on Amazon for each team. We just kind of, have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, it's like, you're right. We couldn't do that on YouTube because they'd say, what is this channel about? But on Amazon, it's, they're wanting you to create content. They're wanting you to entertain people. We don't worry about like, oh, well, what time should I go live?
Oh God,
right?
never that.
Just go live.
Just go live.
Play around with it.
Half the people that ask that question don't have enough lives in their belt to even worry about that. Right now, you need to worry about getting good, and the only way to get good is to go live. Like there is no
get those reps in.
There's no cheating, no reading, no nothing. Like the only way you learn how to play the piano is scales, bro. You gotta do lots and lots and lots of scales.
And and to your point, like with book authors, I mean, we've had several. I mean, it was really cool that when Dave Jackson launched his book, Profit from Your Podcast, literally we went live on the day of his book launch on Amazon. How many book authors get asked that are selling on Amazon, would you like to be on Amazon Live to talk about your book? I would tell you, I think just about every guest that we've had on, when we've asked them, have you ever been on Amazon Live before? No.
Nope.
and Chris has brought up the fact that if it was just a podcast or just just a live show that wasn't on Amazon, they probably wouldn't be as interested. But that intrigue of, I'm going to be live on Amazon, and when we can show them, like we told you, Doc, when you were on our show a couple weeks ago, what we had, like 3,500 viewers.
Yeah.
Now I get it; they didn't all stay there the whole time, but when was the last time you had 3,500 viewers on your YouTube Live or your Facebook Live or your Instagram Live?
Man, when you're trying to get those numbers for bestseller week, right? The ability for me to come on and hawk my book, and even right now, there's like 30 of us here right now, to sell 30 copies that you didn't sell is worth it. When you go to a book signing and you're sitting there in the store, you might sell the same 30 copies. A whole bunch of people will bring theirs, already got one, to get autographed. A whole bunch of people will just stand there and just ask you dumb questions and try to tell you how much they know about the subject you wrote the book about. But like because I used to work at Borders, I can tell you right now, they would average somewhere between 30 and 100 copies at the actual signing. So while you're on the stream, some of those people are going to buy 2 and 3. Right? Because you always get, a copy for the whip, a copy for the house, or, buy for your friends and family and things like that. And if you guys don't know, the secret sauce behind being a bestseller is just getting X amount sold in a certain amount of time. And there's so many cheat codes to that. I got 2 friends that are quote unquote New York Times bestsellers that wrote 3 pages in a 100-page book. So they co-wrote with a bunch of folks. And yeah, it's funny. And your business card gets to say New York Times bestseller because you coattailed it. That's what those chicken soup books was about, if you guys didn't know that. You paid basically to write 3 pages in his book, and then Spencer got paid 3 times. One by you, one by Amazon, and one by, Powell Books. But you got to say you're a New York Times bestseller for the low price of like $8,000.
Oh.
Yeah, but once you say New York Times bestseller, bro, that's like a Grammy winning. No matter what we say to Keith about his Scream and his 87 cameras, he's always Grammy award winning Keith Pelzer. Can't take that. You know what I mean? It's like Super Bowl champion. I got a buddy of mine had a Super Bowl ring because he was the trainer for the 49ers. He literally put ice on knees. He got rings. That's crazy.
Practice squad.
That's not bad.
Practice squad Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, there you go. David said lots of scales. Gang, I want to thank you guys for just coming through. Oh, my goodness. Man, we could be here like all day. I got lots and lots of ideas to work with. Yeah, and I just wanted to go back and say, don't be ADD like me because, how do you say this? You'd said, stick to one category. Oh, Ayud. Okay, stick to one category if possible. But, yeah, it's still the fact that people want to do that on YouTube, you cannot. So you can do the opposite one on Amazon. That's more the key to take away for that. So gang, this is super dope. If you guys have not done so already, make sure you follow DealCasters. Miss Eileen and Rob have put their info into the chat for you many times. It's super easy. Just go to dealcasters.live. It's so simps. Just make sure you follow them. Keep up, learn what you can. They're forever talking about Amazon Live and doing it. Not just talking about it, they're actually doing it, which is quite amazing. And then just want to remind you guys a couple stuffs coming up for you on Saturday. I got Marion Jean. She's my homegirl. She lives here with me in Honolulu, not in the same house, but like in the same state. And she owns the barbershop that I used to go to. Not because of the hair, it's for the face. Come on, chill out, people. But she is an MBA, a mom, a creator, and adventurous. And I was like, Marion, I got to get you on the show because I'm sick of people talking about, I don't have enough time to create because of my family. And I'm like, shut because I know a lady who does it, runs a large barbershop and got kids, 2 of them, and creates and climbs mountains and volcanoes and all kind of craziness. So it can be done. You just got to stop making them excuses, which I don't like. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you come and check out the Drop Squad. You can get there simply by going to buymeacoffee.com/DocRock. And then you can either take a single class or you can just join the whole party and come kick it with us every freaking weekend because we have ourselves a good time. And the last thing I want to promo, I put all my commercials at the end, so just sit here and wait. Miss Diana Glatney with a T and I are going to be speaking at People of Video. Make sure you come and check that out. People of Video is dope. We're going to be in Albany, New York, getting it down. So you're going to want to come and check that out. It is going to be a absolute blast. We're going to be doing lots of panels. We'll be doing sessions. We'll be teaching you how to grow up your channel. And then before that, we also are going to be at Leap into live streaming. You got 55 days tickets popping off now. And then you can see Pat Flynn, Diana Glatney, Stephanie Liu, Leslie Samuels, Shelly Save the Date, the Buck Mirez Connection, like it's in there. Zaylee Barclay, like Mary Lou, Mr. Incredible Marshall Fox, like all of these kin folks is up in here. Man. So Henny the Business, Rob, Balasat, Nikki, what? Yeah, Nikki, Cat Mobile. Look, this whole bottom line down here, Bar Adrian, is LGL fam. So that's all of them. Like, yo, this is going to be fantastic. So you can watch this one from the comfort of your couch. So come over here. Pre-sale tickets starting now. So people, seriously, like, we giving you the tools. We're giving you all the tools. You like that one uncle that been in the basement of Sears, bought everything Craftsman, and they still clean. No. You got to use these tools. Get dirt in there, oil underneath the fingernails, the whole 9 yards. Learn and do. So today, my friends have learned you something, and now it's time for you to do something. Let's get it done. I appreciate you, Jim. Thank you, sir. Probably the nicest Marine that I know.
Well, you know, it's like I tell people, you know, we appear to be nice, right? But you know that whole saying, it's like, you know, no better friend, no worse enemy.
That's correct.
So you're my friend, but if you're not my friend,
ain't that the truth? Don't
sleep with your eyes shut.
Hey, we sleep like with one eye open, right? Hey. Oh, look, it says leaving the live stream is going to be a game changer. You heard it first from Diana Gladney, but I didn't do it with the accent. But just so you know,
Diana, we've been wanting to get you on the show, so I'll send you a link to get you booked on Amazon. We talk about the ZV-10 maybe, if it would show up.
Sorry, I have to do that for Diana every time.
She could tell me how to fix this because I just broke it.
Yes, Diana, Chris dropped his Z Victor 1 just in time to get a ZV-E10. Diana just dropped 2 heater videos about the ZV-E10, and so she's killing me because now I'm just like looking at the old this is my bank. I'm gonna just have to like open the bottom and be like, sorry, Den Joran, I need that cash. So thank you guys so much.
I thought you were gonna sell it.
No, I'm not selling this. Yo, this is the bank. This is the way. This right here is the bank. That's where all of the Secret Scroll cash is. Everybody thinks it's a toy, but he got loot inside there. So yes. Miss D. Here, one time for Miss D. All right, gang. Seriously, I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming through. Like, I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And then for the people out here that are watching the stream, if you're catching this on replay, seriously, gang, real talk, man. It's super important that when you have these dreams, these ideas, you literally start doing stuff to make it happen, because it can get taken away from you real quick and you just won't even know. So I just like to say, one time for one of our people from the LGL family who recently passed on due to a heart attack, and that's my brother Jake Galvin, a.k.a. Jake from State Farm. Always come to the chat, wonderful dude, super young, too early to go. You'll be missed, fam. Like, the LGL fam loves you, and you're part of us forever. So yeah, it sucks, fam, and that's why I get so irritated when people keep thinking they got time, because you just don't know, man. You just don't know. So don't sleep on it, right? That's, if you ask any of people like Jim and I who served in the military, we'll tell you, bro, you got to do it right when it comes to your head, because you just don't know. Like, we unfortunately know better, but still it get the procrastination bug can just ruin your life. So yeah, let's be about it, fam. Let's get things done and take time to share some happiness and love your fellow folks. So one time for JG, respect, fam. All right, gang. On that note, we're going to say bye. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Doc. We appreciate it,
Doc.
man.
Yeah,
Thanks
you're
for
awesome,
being
too.
such a great influence.
Thank you. It's good. Even though I tease you a lot, Jim, you're a good guy. Chris,
That's part of that Army Marine Corps love.
I'm keep trying, man. I keep trying.
I know, right? We're gonna have to just enlist Chris in the old man guard just so that we can love him too.
That's fair.
He said that's
City
fair.
of mine.
Oh man, this is great. I just blasted every people with that loud
City
music.
of mine. It never
guys.
gets
City.
me down. City of mine. How I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. Yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city. I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every brick. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my